Hello, everybody. It's Eric Brakebill Jones, the founder of Sales Intersection, where I leverage my proprietary tech stack, um, where I've consolidated a bunch of pieces of technology and I use them in a proprietary methodology to uh, for virtual lead generation and for opportunity generation. So you can spend more time on your clients for retention, for nurturing them, delighting them. Because let's face it, your best salespeople aren't on your payroll. They're your customers that refer more customers. So I'm going to run you through kind of my demo. I do this with a lot of people on Alignable with Zoom, but I wanted to kind of show you exactly kind of how I go about what I do from start to finish, and it's not exhaustive, but it'll give you some kind of idea. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and share my screen. You're gonna see some of my music picks here, just fine. Oops, have to do that. And oops. Okay. And here we go. So sharing the screen. So I have a client that one of their the first goals of engaging with a client is defining an ecosystem of target accounts, of the lowest hanging fruit, the accounts that make most sense to go after, right? And so I can do that in a number of ways. But one way I do it is I ask for their very best clients, the ones that have stayed with them the longest, and I ask them a lot of questions. This one happened to be a company called West Coast Brace and Limb was their biggest company and most and happiest. So I know that they were in the medical practice field, but there were keywords that could narrow it down, like West Coast Brace and Limb, that would help me define their target list, right? So what I do is I went over to my database and I went and I looked up West Coast Brace and Limb, right? And I saw the keywords associated with this company: prosthetics, orthotics. And on this page, it gives me all the information of the account, their Twitter file, Facebook, LinkedIn, and also their technologies that they're using, their tech stack, technographics, any kind of funding, any kind of news going on with them that's top of mind, their annual revenue, all the leads, the contact information, so on and so forth. So I see that they're in medical devices, right? So the next thing I do is I go to a search where I narrow it down to medical devices with the keywords prosthetics, orthotics, and only employees between 1 and 200, and an annual revenue of between 5 and 25 million. And we can also narrow it down by geo, technographics, so on and so forth. So here we have a target list of 25. I put in a lot of filters, but you can then you can use this to create a list. We can add this. We can create a list called medical devices, prosthetics, and add to list. That way we have that whole target ecosystem defined in one bucket under one umbrella, and we can email all of them, do an email campaign or reach out to all of them with the same kind of messaging. But let's take an example of one of the companies that I looked at Cascade Orthopedic Supply. So one of the companies within that list, and so here I see high level information about their description, the keywords related to their business. I see that their annual revenue is 25 million. They've been around a long time. Their company phone number, their industry, all their social, all kinds of stuff. And similar companies suggested people to look after, to go after. But let's go after the leads. So here are the leads, all the people that work at the company. And you might want to, let's say, go after, I don't know, Pam Compton, let's just say. So we go on Pam Compton, and we have access to her email, where we can automatically email her from this database, and it's tracked. So you know when she opens it, when she clicks on anything. So that's when you know you can follow up, because it's top of mind. They just opened it. But I have their email, I have their LinkedIn, I have their mobile phone number, I have their email, their direct line for their work, and all that kind of stuff. So the next thing I like to do is I like to create a bucket of the 5 people within that company that you should probably go after, to reach out to for to generate the opportunity. Let's look at this person's LinkedIn. Now, Pam Compton is a purchasing agent at Cascade Orthopedic. Now, this is when it gets really interesting. I have a piece of my tech stack that looks at all of your online behavior and search and what you're posting online and otherwise, any contribution in a social online capacity, and it turns it into a personality analysis, where I get to see, basically using a disc platform, the personality of Pam and how to deal with her in all stages of the sales process, prospecting to sales opportunity, to sales pending, to negotiation. And this is the kind of information that we get. We get stuff like, before your next meeting, keep up the momentum and excitement of your upcoming partnership. Talk in big pictures when referencing what's to come. Speak with fervor about next steps. During the champion and decision-making meeting, commend her for enthusiasm and excitement for bringing on an innovative new tool. Expect her to speak openly and without hesitation if she has extraneous questions. Check in with your champion when speaking about a quick onboarding and cool features. Phrases to use, all kinds of stuff. And even, for prospecting, the prospecting stage, how to book a meeting, plan to follow up between now and the meeting so their excitement stays high, things like that. So I leverage that so I know what to say, what medium to use to say it, and how to communicate with them throughout the buying process. So this is an example of a tool I use to know how to communicate and in which way to communicate. I want to give you an example of another tool I use for lead generation. I'm going to use my friend, actually. His name is Anwar, and I think I have him here. Maybe right here. Well, I'll just put him in. But I'm on the product beta team for LinkedIn, so I get some access for some tools that other people can't get. So if I want to, let's say, I want to message Anwar, and I don't want to do it the spammy, salesy way that people do it on LinkedIn. I can go to his LinkedIn, Anwar's, and watch what happens. So I want to make a message to him, and so I do this. Leave a message. Hey Anwar, just doing a demo for anybody watching that might be interested in my product. Hope you enjoyed this voicemail and hope to talk to you soon. Thank you. So I sent that, right? And it takes usually a second or two, but there it is. There's the voicemail. You can hear it. The message. Hey, Anwar, just doing a demo for anybody watching. That, things like that. I also use video. So I use Vidyard, and I can send an email or a video right from my browser. Well, let's record this, and we can start recording now. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. And we are recording. This is a test. This is for the demo. This is another way I use to prospect and reach decision makers, not hiring managers, stakeholders. And then I just simply click stop, hang tight. And because it was only 13 seconds, it's probably only going to take 13 seconds to finish. So it is now done. You could pick the thumbnail that you want on it. You want to have the right title, demo for video prospecting. And from there, you can send the email to them from here. I'll send it to myself. Video demo. And see what happens is I send the email, and the email has been sent. What happens is I get a video. I play it. Oh, I have it on mute, sorry. Oopsies. I have this, oh, here. Stakeholders. And then I just simply click. And so, and then it can bring you to your website. And then you go back to Vidyard, and guess what? You get all the analytics around it. So I get to see, did they watch it? They did. I watched it once, one view, and it was in San Francisco, California. I watched 100% of it. They could show if it was shared. So you have all these analytics. Anyway, these are some examples of some tools I have, but I wanted to give you an idea of how I go about defining your ecosystem of target accounts and target personas within those accounts, and then some examples of how I do outreach. I can give some examples, the secret sauce of the methodology of how the communication I use, the messaging I use to get an 80% response rate from CEOs and hiring managers during consultation. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions whatsoever, give me a call at 530-219-2364 or email me, eric@salesintersection.com, or just visit salesintersection.com. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed today's show and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm trying to figure out where this where it went here. Oh, here we go. And so that's it for today, folks. Almost. And we're gonna put that up, and we're gonna go ahead and stop sharing. So that that is the end. I hope you enjoyed, hope you found some value in that, and hope we get to know each other soon. Thank you.